Welcome to botany class. Today we will discuss about plasmolysis. This plasmolysis rarely observed in high saline regions growing plants naturally, but generally we conducted these experiments in laboratories to find out the structure of the plasma membrane. This picture is of Rio discolor plant or Tradescantia. It is an ornamental plant. Generally we grow this in houses or in gardens or parks. So we select the leaf of this plant to conduct the plasmolysis experiment in laboratories. The leaf of this plant is green in color towards the dorsal side and it is purple in color towards the ventral side. This leaf is particularly selected to conduct a plasmolysis experiment. What is plasmolysis? How can we define this plasmolysis? Shrinkage of protoplasm when the cells are kept in hypertonic solution is called as a plasmolysis. Hypertonic solution means high concentrated solution. That is, solution concentration must be high when compared to the cell concentration. That is called a hypertonic solution. This picture is the microscopic view of the plasmolysed cells. How the plasmolysis occurs when the cells are kept in hypertonic solution. That is, cell solution concentration must be more when compared to the cell concentration. For that high concentration, we may take a salt solution or sugar solution. When the plant cells are dipped in salt or sugar solution, the plasmolysis occurs. This is the microscopic view of the plasmolysed cells. When the cells are kept in high concentrated solution, water from the cells comes out, that is into the solution, that is exosmosis occurs. Due to this, the cells gets shrunken. In this picture, we can see the diagram of a plasmolysed cell of a turgid cell. When the cells are kept in hypertonic solution, the cells undergo plasmolysis. Then when a plasmolysed cell is kept in isotonic solution, there will be no plasmolysis. And when a plasmolysed cell is kept in hypotonic solution, it will again become turgid. That is, water from the solution enters into the cell. Like that, the cell become turgid, and this is called as deplasmolysis. In this deplasmolysis, water from the solution enters into the cell, that is endosmosis occurs. Due to this, again that plasmolysed cell will become turgid. Like this, when the cells are kept in hypertonic solution, we can observe the plasmolysis, and when a plasmolysed cell is kept in hypotonic solution, that is lesser than the cell's concentration, again due to endosmosis we can observe deplasmolysis, that is the cell become turgid again. But when a normal cell is kept in isotonic solution, there will be neither plasmolysis nor deplasmolysis. This particular stage is called incipient plasmolysis. Like this, when we place the cells in isotonic solution, we can observe the incipient plasmolysis. Like this, when the cells are kept in hypertonic solution, due to exosmosis, plasmolysis occurs. When the cells are kept in hypotonic solution, due to endosmosis, deplasmolysis occurs. And when the cells are kept in isotonic solution, we can observe incipient plasmolysis. Like this, plasmolysis, deplasmolysis and incipient plasmolysis depends on the concentration of the solution. In this picture, we can see the plasmolysis in Tradescantia cells. Already we discussed about the Tradescantia. It is also called as a Rio discolor, which is grown in ornamental purpose, that is in gardens or parks. So in this diagram we can see two cells. The first cell is a turgid cell and the second cell is a plasmolysed cell. When a turgid cell is placed in high concentrated solution, the protoplasm is totally getting shrunken and it is becoming like a mass. And in this picture you can also observe the tonoplast. What is this tonoplast? It is the layer surrounding the vacuole. And along with this tonoplast you can also observe the cell wall of the cell, nucleus of the cell, cytoplasm of the cell, and also the plasma membrane. Generally we conduct this plasmolysis experiments to study about the plasma membrane. Actually plasma membrane is tightly attached towards the inner side of the cell wall. So in normal cells we cannot clearly observe the plasma membrane. In order to study the plasma membrane, it should be separated from the cell wall. How it is possible? When we plasmolyze these cells. In a plasmolyzed cell, pressure potential becomes 0. So water potential becomes equals to the solute potential. That is psi W gets equals to psi S, and psi P value becomes 0, that is negligible. So this is very important question for objective. In plasmolyzed cell, pressure potential becomes 0, that is psi P is 0, and psi W gets equals to psi S. Plasmolysis is an artificial phenomenon generally applied in household and bakeries. In household, it involves addition of salt to pickles and addition of sugar to jams and jellies. So due to this addition of salt or sugar, it becomes high concentrated, and when fungal cells grows due to plasmolysis, they gets a die. Like this we can preserve pickles or jams or jellies for a long duration. Thank you one and all watching this video. Thank you.